Howdy, people. Checking in from the road or from somewhere, wherever I am, checking in. But if you've been following along, you know I've been looking for a new van to do more projects with. And I think maybe we might have found one. But we've been looking and looking and looking and finding a lot of bad vehicles and running into challenges. And we'll talk about a little bit of that right now. I'm going to cut to some pictures and then I will bring you right back. We're looking at the gap here between the body panels on that, and now let me jump to the other side. Do you see the size difference? Now let me jump back again to the original one, and you see the difference? See how narrow that is? Okay, so what you saw there, the looking at the gaps on body panels, that's something you can do when you go to look at a used vehicle. Because the problem there is that vehicle has been in an accident and they repaired it and they tried to get all the body panels and all the pieces to line back up again so that it would look original, and they don't add up. And a lot of times they can never get those lines quite perfect. So one of the first things you do on a vehicle, if you don't have a good quality history report, is to just study things like that. Look at the spacing on all the body panels everywhere, because everything, if it's factory, everything should be almost dead even and tight gaps and whatnot. But the other thing I don't have any pictures or video of is some other vehicles I looked at where they were also in accidents and body parts were bondoed together. Like under the hood, like you pop the hood and looking inside the engine compartment, you can see different cross braces and things in there where they weren't able to replace those braces because they were crumbled. So they hit them with a hammer or whatever they do to straighten them out, and then they're bondoing and painting them to match to make it look back to original best they can. The problem is that once that metal's been bent, it has lost its structural integrity. So if you get in an accident in that vehicle, you're not going to be anywhere near as safe as if it was original, because it's already been damaged and been just put together. So I ran into that with vehicles, a lot of things, and looked at another vehicle, and the speedometer and the dash was taken out. And that's a common thing around here is they can get away with rolling back odometers and make things look like they've got less mileage on them, because it's not governed well as far as keeping track of that. They're just the government doesn't keep track of it like they do in America, so it's a lot easier to roll something like that back. But I know I'm kind of a little critical on the used market, and that's what it is. You have to look out for those things and make the best decisions you can on vehicles, or you get the new vehicles. I went to the Toyota dealership and I looked at several new Toyotas here, and to kind of give you an idea, that's not just like driving down the street. That was a two-day travel with a hotel night in between. It is a 4 to 6 hour bus ride there and a 4 to 6 hour bus ride back. So it's an endeavor, and the people at the dealership were being dishonest with me about the year model of the vehicle, and so I wasn't really keen on dealing with them. And then a little while later, I went to a different Toyota dealership, satellite dealership. It's a smaller thing. It's a Toyota place, but smaller, not like a big showroom. And I went there, I think it was Tuesday afternoon, something like that, and the place wasn't even open. It was regular business hours, but they weren't even open. So I kind of scratched the idea of going with a new Toyota, and if I was going to buy a new vehicle, it would be a Toyota, because I trust their quality more than anything else. So that was a no-go, and finding used vehicles was really hard, so I just looked and looked and looked, and I think we'll get this one here that we have, and let's take a test drive. Come with me. Let's take a quick little road trip and be safe, because the roads are wet, because that's what it does here a lot. I didn't mention it earlier, but Toyota has a new cargo van that they're working on, and I reached out to them through their website, online contact, asking about the cargo space inside of it to see if it would be an option moving forward sometime, and they never got back with me, so just kind of let that go. and maybe it's time for a bath. Take a look at the inside next time. Like, subscribe, share any of those fun things you want, and I'll see you guys down the road.